Rolling.
Tell us, introduce yourself, your name, your background, and what relationship do you have to the idea?
I'm Dr. Miriam Tribo, artist and business owner in Riverside. My studio is called L'Expression Creative Studios. It's an art center that offers services like after-school arts program or art therapy in prisons, or I work with cities to do beautification of the cities like benches, murals, things like that, and obviously my solo art career. My relationship in the IE, I've come here about 20 years ago, 2007. I was a graduate student here and just established and loved Riverside and just established here. And
What were some of the historical and contemporary issues that you learned at the workshops?
I think I was mostly struck by matters of health. So a lot of the subjects across the different workshops were talking about how the different activities that we laid out were affecting health in different ways. And as a multicultural person, I've always had questions about how our health is being impacted by the chemicals that are sold in our hair and skin products, by the hair industry. This is because I have an obsession with hair, as you can see. So it shows up in my art in different ways. And so one of the things that really I thought about was waste. When we talk about the hair industry, there are a lot of movies that have been made about this, but it's huge. It's a huge expense. It's a huge state of pollution created within and around us, within our cities and around us and on us. And so these were issues that I wanted to talk about. With this piece, I'm saying what chains us, and the hair industry is one thing that is really costing us. It costs a lot of money and it costs a lot in health. And that's why there are many things that are being done right now to change that industry. But so I was thinking about warehouses and I was thinking about the warehouses, for example, Amazon and the hair industry on Amazon, right? It's a huge industry, and it's not something that we're benefiting from in terms of dollars and in terms of improving our communities. Those are monies that go toward China and other and other countries and don't necessarily come back and serve the Black and brown community. So that's something I wanted to touch on through my art, and this is part of a series that I'm working on with Chains that will be talking about the impact on of these industries on us, on our physical health, on our economy, and on the health overall of our communities around us.
Could you talk a little bit about your process with your piece?
Process. Obviously thinking about how I wanted to represent this hair industry. And because I'm already working on a series with chains, I decided to represent that issue using chains. So these are metal chains that I have glued on the canvas. Sometimes I sew them. And so the first thing was to just paint the face with acrylic and then add the chains and then really seal the whole canvas with I always have a problem with that word in English. It's not epoxy, it's the shine. How do you
Lacquer, varnish.
varnish? And the whole process was to varnish everything so it's, it stays put. I also used a little bit of spray paint for shadows. That was a lot of fun.
And what can we expect from you? What are you working on? What can we see in the future as far as your artwork?
I'll be in 2027. I'm going to take a big break from my company, and I'm going to isolate and hide a little bit and work on the chain series. I'm going to talk about more of social and social justice issues using chains. So I'll be working on that series very hard. I'm going to go around Europe and do an art tour, and Asia and do an art tour, and try to learn techniques and other social issues from from our fellow artists across the world, and then come back rich of that to really push my work more, and talk to galleries and do collaboration, for example, with Duan and other artists, talking about really issues that affect Black and Brown communities here in the IE.
Is there anything you want to share with us that we haven't asked about, as far as art or show or anything else you do?
So much. I'm very impressed by my fellow artists here and the work that I have seen. I'm impressed by the voice and by the courage that they have to step out and talk about the issues that really affect us right here. It's easy to talk about the issues of the world and not tackle what's going on right here in in the Inland Empire. So I'm taking on all these lessons from these fellow artists and taking them with me as I continue to work on that. And I love my city. I love the Inland Empire, and I'm really grateful that there is funding coming into us. There are also opportunities that we can work on, especially grants and things like that, to work together to grow this community right here. Artists have a very central and important place in the community. If there's no art, there's just no society. Simple as that. So support your local artists is going to be my message today, because we have the voice, and invest in the arts.
Like Drew said, it's a wrap.
I didn't like it, but hey,
Thank you so much.
do what you can.